authority of Hinduism, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan plays the very Leela to showcase how a cognitive shift can happen and Shaktipada can happen and simply manifest the huge powers, all the powers of Paramashiva. The Paramashiva is real as our cognition, as consciousness, as our existential reality. Shakshi Pramana, experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, followers all around the world initiated by Bhagavan into the science of our manifestation. Bhagavan himself says he is in the Kailash courtyard, more present than us, manifesting through us all the auspiciousness, abundance, bliss, beyond what we can imagine, and simply make our life such beautiful space of oneness. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Bhagavan Paramashiva in Avatar Shastra has clearly documented for us to understand that how the science is trying to catch up what Bhagavan is stating and all that he has scientifically proven, how our brain aligns to the higher reality, how the string theory is now catching up to what Bhagavan says, and how the neuroplasticity, mirroring neuron, all that is how we function in the existential reality. Understanding science in a greater space, in higher reality, we can understand how the consciousness functions also. Giving us the pramana gives us the understand that Paramashiva is real and Paramashiva is even now manifesting through each one of us as existential reality. Recognizing that space is all about power manifestation. The Shastra Pramana for the power of clairvoyance is from Shiva Samhita 5.8384. Shastra Pramana are the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet. Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura shrishti dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet.
Beautifully. Bhagavan Paramashiva says he gets immeasurable experience, knowledge, knows about the past, present, future. Time has the Dura Shrishti and Dura Drishti. At a distance, we can see or experience anything. And all the five senses, when you are able to experience, Bhagavan beautifully says, at a distance of 7 times your height, if you measure your height, and 7 times that, if you are able to experience at that distance, you have gone beyond the 5 senses and the 6 senses starts functioning in you as clairvoyance, as reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says that when we understand only this materialistic world, we are bound by the materialistic world laws and rules, and only to that extent we are manifesting the life. If we understand the eternal space, that how we exist, simply we manifest the higher science, higher reality, and how we exist in the higher reality as frequency, who is also in this body and experiencing this body, the materialistic world, what we perceive. And the mind is for the chronological time that puts us into the thinking of how we have to plan a day. But other than that, creating chaos and confusion, because we allow that to happen, the more we are involved with the outer world, the scene, more we will be into the root shock to wake us up to the reality. When we understand we are not just the materialistic body, but also the frequency, the energy, who we are, and understanding that we are consciousness, we will start experiencing the higher reality. Bhagavan says, even understanding the higher reality, how we exist in the inner world, inner space, and simply when you start having the higher reality, Paramashiva is real. And Paramashiva, who has come down, God himself has come down as our Guru. It is the most phenomenal space for each one of us, because they say from 84 million species and 8 billion people, we are the chosen one as Brahmanya Bahuputratam to experience the Guru space and manifest the powers. It is a blessing to be on planet Earth when God himself has come down to planet Earth to liberate each one of us. And each one of us, he is liberating and continuously working. And when we are ready in the space of receiving, simply we can experience the ultimate. It's like a radio, how you tune your radio station, and simply you can experience that higher frequency as your reality. As long as we are not tuned, we are only trying to get the frequency and trying to get the station, we will not be able to receive the blessing, receive the initiation. The minute you are able to tune in to the right station, Bhagavan says, you will receive all the blessing, all the auspiciousness, all that and more. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in his life, one of the time before he was in leaving his body, he was in a very bad position. But one day suddenly he came with a burqa and shawl on his head, and he was sitting and he said to Ghosh, his disciple, what are you guys talking about? What are you telling? And beautifully Ghosh said, we are all discussing about how you are. And beautifully he took off the shawl. Suddenly he said, I'm going to give the boon to everybody. Whatever you want, you can see. And each one asked Ramakrishna Paramahamsa to show different deities, different blessings and all that. And even one asked for money. He said, I will bless with everything, and you, whatever you ask, it will happen as reality. And that day, even today, has been celebrated as Kalpatru Day in Ramakrishna Math. And simply, he gave the boon to everybody, whatever they want to vision, they want to experience as the greatest reality. Whoever got connected simply had the greatest vision. And Ghosh, he was one of the greatest devotee where he surrendered his identity into the living master, saying, I give you the power of attorney to manifest whatever you want in me. And simply because of his surrender space, he had the best and the greatest and most beautiful darshan. Even Vivekananda did not have that kind of a darshan. He says he had the extremely amazing darshan of Devi in him. The most beautiful space, when you are ready to connect to the right station, you will experience the greatest reality. You are connected to Paramashiva. He is real. How Bhagavan said, when he first saw Arunagiri Yogeshwara, he saw sun and moon as the right side and the left side of the eye. And simply he knows he is Paramashiva, he is God, and he is going to get connected to him and dissolve into him. Same way, when you dissolve into your Guru, anything Guru says, Guru Vak is life, and only living as per the Guru and words of Guru is the highest blessing you can get in any of the worlds. That is the most auspiciousness and most rare, to live at the same time on the planet Earth when the Guru is there, Paramashiva, who has come down as Guru, and live with the Guru as the ultimate gift. Now in Apta Pramana, and this is one of the most beautiful, how these Gopikas and all of them enjoyed Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna used to play all the games on all of them who's carrying milk and fruits and all that. He smelled the fruit and fruit lady. He ran to her and asked for the fruit. And the lady said, so beautiful, if you can sit on my lap for a few minutes, I'll give you a fruit. And when Krishna landed and sat and jumped on her lap, simply she melted and gave away the basket and left. This is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 11. Avatar himself has come down for us to celebrate and experience the eternal space with the Avatar, being in the oneness with Avatar, earning and completely surrendering your identity for anything that you can experience with avatar is the ultimate space that we can experience as oneness with avatar. Bhagavan beautifully says how he can experience each one of us in the Atma Pramana, the inner space.
Offline or deadline. Understand? And I don't need anything to smell your inner space. Whether you are online, offline, deadline, I can smell your inner space. Then, anywhere in the 11 dimensions of the universe, I can smell your inner space.
And Krishan Amrabat wrote,
Bhagwan beautifully says, somebody asked about the smell and he said, I can smell you in 11 dimension in whichever state you are in. We are eternally present and eternally available. And if we plan for the higher reality, who we are, instead of the 70 years of our life, the higher intelligence, who we are, gets manifested as greater signs. Bhagavan says he could smell even the Meenakshi Trikalyanam, wherever the item was placed and how each one was dressed. Simply by smell, he could tell all the details, not just as 7 times his height, but also 7 births before. He can tell all the detail exactly. Eternally present and eternally available for as consciousness in each one of us, is Paramashiva. He is available, the presence of God. If we experience again and again, we'll understand the greater reality. One of the sadhus were asked, do you believe in God? And he said, yes, I believe. And then he called all the sadhus and said, okay, all of you take one banana and go and eat the banana wherever nobody is there and come back. And everybody took a banana, went to a different places where nobody can see and ate that and came back as Guru Vak. And this person came back saying, I could not eat the banana. He said, why can't you eat the banana? He said, wherever you are, I can't eat it because you are there. And how do I eat? Wherever I go, I see you, only you. I don't see me. And simply the surrender of him was told to all others how he exists in each one of us, seeing everybody as Paramashiva, experiencing everybody as Paramashiva, and simply we can manifest all the space, all the dimensions of Paramashiva, which is stronger than strong nuclear force. That is why Bhagavan says, in all galaxies, in all dimensions, you can experience the higher reality once you understand to surrender your identity, your intellect, and just understand whatever Guru Vak is your life. Guru Vak is the ultimate space for us to experience the greatest reality. Now, beautifully, we can experience the oneness through the small process that Bhagavan has given as power manifestation. The power of identifying different smells. You can call different person and tell them that you are going to identify the smell of that whatever they're holding. If you have a partner, you can make a partner with them, and whatever they are holding, the smell at least at a distance 7 times your height. If you can hold something there that distance and you can smell it, that will be wonderful. And whatever you smell, you write down the detail. At the end of the session, you can verify with them. And if you don't have anybody to entangle, you can call somebody up and tell them, today you're going to smell them and you're going to write down the detail. So let's start. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Continuously hold Paramashiva in your third eye. All that we need to do is bring our awareness to third eye. If you have the Jnananjan, apply the Jnananjan from your Kantamala in your third eye and your temple. This is the prefrontal cortex. The more you detox your body, the more you will be in the presence of third eye instead of your obsessive compulsive reactionary space. All that you're going through, all the ups and downs and everything, you do not experience in your deep sleep. In your deep sleep, you are the frequency. You are not a matter. You are not having a materialistic world. Nothing is available. That is why you love to sleep, because to get rid of this materialistic world, which is not yours, which is not you. If you have a headache, all that we should understand is your natural self is not the headache. Your natural self is to experience without the headache. But you constantly say, I have a headache, only proves that you have a head, and you can use that head to unclutch and drop the headache. Understanding the higher self is to drop the headache and understand head. Same way, understanding we are conscious is the true nature of us, how we exist billions of years. Nobody can destroy us, Bhagavan says. Living for just 70 years and trying to clutch into everything is completely our intellect playing the game on us. We are stuck in the Maya matrix because we chose to. We can understand and have the intelligence that Paramashiva is real, and only clutch to the Paramashiva space and let go all this outer world reality. We will understand the greater science that consciousness is real, Paramashiva is real. More and more, even if we understand, Bhagavan says, that will become our reality. And completely unclutch from that. Even if you are stuck in the matrix, you are not in the matrix. That is the great news. Bhagavan says you are not in the matrix. It's like your whole drama is done on the screen, but you are not touched. The screen is not touched. So you are not touched. That is why in deep sleep, whether you have an accident, you have a financial loss, you still sleep like a baby in the deep sleep. Deep sleep shows the state that we are not touched by anything that is happening. As long as we don't go and clutch it and hold the Maya matrix, we are free from that. Completely unclutch. If you lose something in your life, how empty you feel, that is exactly feel in the deep sleep. The empty space is not just empty, but it is infinity. The more you cherish that space and get rid of everything that you're clutching, not that anything is disappearing, but only thing it is happening is it is not affecting you. All the unclutch that you do is not only, nothing is disappearing, nothing is taken away, but your unclutched space will make you understand the manifestation has to happen to you. You can't plan, you cannot think, you cannot decide. Only all that leads to more chaos, confusion. Our life does not need us. It only needs Paramashiva to manifest, and it becomes auspiciousness and abundance when we have this higher intelligence. Now, how to experience that? Now, to experience the cognitive shift, intensely chant the Mahavakya, whether it is Tyagaraja or Ram Surat Kumar or Sharada Devi, all of them, every day, 1,00,000 times they did Ajapa Japa. That is why they are in the such oneness space of bhakti. Constantly when you do Ajapa Japa, you don't even move your tongue. You listen to the inner voice of Ajapa Japa. So your listening is very powerful than just chanting. At least you can chant loudly, whatever way you want, but from your navel center and deeply in deep listening. This is the key of manifestation. If you want to manifest, all we need to do is sit and chant and deeply listen to our chanting. Simply, you will be transformed from what you understand as matter to the consciousness, simply absorbed by Paramashiva into the Paramashiva space. Suddenly, not knowing what happened, but in a glimpse, you will start seeing the manifestation of powers happening as reality. This is just to give you a glimpse of what is power manifestation. Now, let's sit straight. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Put away your gadgets. Continuously chant the Mahavakya and continuously be in the listening, entangling with Bhagavan, bringing Paramashiva again and again to your third eye, and constantly remembering his words, his thoughts, his most beautiful space of oneness. Be in the bhava, sit as Devi, sit as Venkateshwara, Kalabhairava, your Ishta Devata, and continuously hold that space and merge into that space, melt in that space, and completely absorbed by the space in deep gratitude and surrender. Experience the oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting the powers of clairvoyance, identifying the smell at a greater distance.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all of us. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced now, please call your partner and ask if they are in a call. You can call up and ask and verify the smell that you are experiencing and the smell that they have kept it around them. all this greater science to tell you again and again, it is not guessing work, it is not something that you are thinking and doing. It is the manifestation. The more we recognize Paramashiva is real and Paramashiva as consciousness is already happening in us. It's like we are going into a theater where already the movie is running. We don't have to do anything. We just have to look at the screen and recognize the movie is there. All we need to do is recognize the Paramashiva space in us. Beyond the thoughts, there is something deeper which gives you so much of bliss, so much of completion, and so much of who you are. Even if we have a constipation, when we get rid of all that in 2 days, we are feeling so light. We are carrying this which is much worse than that, Bhagavan says. And when you are ready again and again, when you understand the greater reality, you experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Now we'll have the second cycle, line in a straight line, and completely be in the oneness with Paramashiva. Chant the Mahavakya continuously and be in the deep listening to experience the oneness. Let's start the second cycle.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda.
Yes, slowly open your eyes. Whatever you have experienced, now let's authentically verify and share with the world. Why do I need to share? Bhagavan beautifully says, integrity is nothing but creation. Authenticity is maintenance. And responsibility, when you take the responsibility during the regeneration, you will not destroy anything. You will create more expansive things. And simply enriching is pulling you out of delusion. That is why Bhagavan is asking you to enrich the world with all the powerful cognition, power manifestation, all that you understand. Please go ahead and share with the world. More and more, when you start sharing and causing others reality, you are liberated. This is a very simple exercise, but it is very profound and makes you really manifest who you are. Makes you manifest powers more and more when you start enriching and causing. These sciences are given to us to make us understand how from this materialistic world we can expand into the conscious space. Paramashiva is real. You can just write Paramashiva is real and you experience that. Thank you, Swamiji. But go on enriching in every platform to every again and again. You will simply see that Paramashiva has become your reality. If you sincerely start enriching and causing, you will see the expansion phenomenally happening in you. Life is for others. All the great avatar, they live only for others' reality, causing others' reality. And if you see the dollar sign, you can offer your donation for all that Bhagavan is showering on us as powerful cognition, power manifestation, bringing so much of bliss and so much of inner space, restful awareness, and Paramashiva as our reality, bringing auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss. So, whatever you offer, you are building your Kailasha in your inner space. So, go on contributing to others, sharing with others, causing others reality, bringing more and more people to Paramashiva as collective integrity, collective consciousness. with a deep surrender and gratitude, offering all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet, and thanking Bhagwan with a deep earning Paramashiva is real, and thanking all of you to be here to manifest all these great powers of Paramashiva. And in that powerful space, Paramashiva is real in my thought, words, and action, seeing everyone as Paramashiva as my cognition. Let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. See you in the next session after the darshan or satsang in Kailash Kotyat Manifest.